the best.
I want there to be a Harvey Milk
Harvey
Day.
Milk Day.
I think there should be one.
Our Jesus, he's our Martin Luther King.
It's an inspirational figure that played a very important role in how the history of not just American law, but how homosexuals in the world can start to be treated with respect. Do you want to look for where gay acceptance happened first? Look at fucking Harvey Milk in the world. It's a ripple effect. It's like, okay, we have to do this now to get past this.
Yeah, like it started in other cities in different ways, but in San Francisco it started there, and it worked. Like they had a community. They had like a whole town.
Well, you have to because there's strength in numbers. It's about all of us becoming. It's like. It's because there's finally more of us admitting to being us, and so we're getting bigger and stronger. It's so.
I have to tell you this quick story. Okay, no, but go ahead first.
Oh, I was gonna say every civil rights group has that one guy that really like did something or made an impact, or is like some sort of a leader. Every one of them does that. Harvey Milk does that, and all of those other people have days.
A terrific, flawed human being
sort of day.
Who fought for something true and just in a time when it was very, very, very hard to do so. And did it because it was hard and didn't want to lie their way up.
And the thing about it is that that's awesome, and it's even more awesome that every group, breast group, can identify with that, having that kind of person.
Yeah.
One of them has it.
And they need it.
Yeah.
You need someone in every effort. There needs to be someone willing to stand up.
At some point in history, somebody has to be the one to stand up and just risk it.
Yeah.
Or in the case of Rosa Parks, sit down.
Exactly.
Sometimes you have to break a law to prove that the law is unjust. Sometimes you have to lose your job. Sometimes you have to come out in a certain job and make a big publicity stink about how you got fired because you were gay and take it to the courts and help change the legalities that are still, that there's government sanctioned discrimination still existing in the world. Laws against what we are. You can't serve the military if you're openly gay. If you've been serving for 5 years and then you come out, it's worked for 5 fucking years. What's the problem? It's not me, clearly. What's the problem? Oh, we're uncomfortable with it. Then fucking get over it.
Yeah.
That's not my issue.
It's not my problem.
Get over it.
Get over it.
A 6th grade student somewhere in the States here did a report on Harvey Milk as a politician, and they wouldn't let her do a report in class. And kids who wanted to see it had to come at lunch hour with a parent's written permission because they said it was classified under sex education. And they're like, what is sex education? It's about a politician in the States that was assassinated and blah, blah, blah. And there's been a huge uproar over it. And it's things like that even. That girl's a fucking little... Good for you, soldier girl.
That little 9-year-old.
That 9-year-old boy that fucking organized a gay marriage rally.
145 people went to.
Great!
And that's the thing.
Awesome!
That's the reason that it's important to come out. That's the reason that it's important, because the more, it's like you're saying about numbers, the more people there are, the more the word gets spread, the more people get, the
more people realize...
get a chance to think about it for themselves for once and realize how they really feel. Or at least, some people haven't thought about it. They haven't really logically thought about it yet in their life. And that's tragic, which is why just come out and spread the word.
This is why I think it's important, actually, that people come out to their coworkers, because I think you have a responsibility to be, and you do have a responsibility to be to those people a gay person. I think you owe it to yourself.
To be a person.
No.
To be who you are, which is gay.
But exactly, openly gay. Because you never know how many of them might have a kid or a cousin or a friend going through that, and they might even think, if you're a good person, well, Jim's not too bad. I know him, he's a cool guy. You never know how you might totally change someone's prejudiced opinion around if you're just who you are and honest with them, but also being gay.
The only thing I would add to that, I totally agree, but is that everyone has a right to allow people to get to know them the way that they feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
When it becomes a question, and I think your answer is obligated to be yes. You're obligated to have your answer be yes. I don't think everyone needs to go about their life literally telling everyone actively I'm gay.
But my point is, I'm not saying that either. But I'm saying there's still people say, oh, it doesn't go out of conversation a lot. I'm always like, really?
Well, no, I don't believe those people. I'm not backing those people up. I'm just saying
there's so many other ways to. Exactly.
I prefer to let people get to know me as we go.
Yeah, I'm not about to.
It usually takes 2 weeks before everyone knows I'm gay anyway.
That's what
I just don't. They just don't know it on the first day.
I just don't think that I need to immediately let people know that. If it comes up, if conversation comes up about people you're attracted to or something like that, Yeah. But straight people aren't like, hey, I'm straight.
I'm just saying, I don't think I've ever been in a new situation ever in my life where someone wasn't fairly quickly, you're gay, right? Or you're gay, okay? Are you
or
gay?
got a girlfriend.
Yeah, well, I mean, they say, everyone always says that, so I mean, it comes up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Well, and even if it doesn't come up, there's what I mean is, like, there's certain people who will, when they distinctly try to avoid it, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I totally agree.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of cowardly. After a certain point, it's like, don't keep up a facade. You could totally save a life by being open to somebody.
Facebook, he explained what his tattoo's about, and it's this monkey with a little circle around it, and then it says Mundo. And there's a specific, species of monkey who Chinese scientists were studying, and they were planting sweet potatoes in the sand in the ground. And then they really like the flavor, so they dig it out of the ground and eat it. Whereas one day, one daughter actually found out that they didn't like the taste of the dirt, so she would go wash off in the water. And so later it just trickled down, and like more and more of them learned that you wouldn't have to eat the dirt if you could go wash it off in the water first and then eat the potato. Well, it grew and grew and grew and grew until it was like half and half. The idea. And then one day, like, one more monkey, like, they're studying them every single day. Yeah. One more monkey started doing it, and the next week, all of them are doing it. And then, the same thing happened in a different continent, with the same species. Yeah. They were studying, and then all of a sudden, after this whole group had done it, they said jumped continents. And like all of a sudden one there was like washed off in water. So it's the idea of like
it's almost like a
collective thought.
Yeah.
And that's why it's important to come out.
I know.
It's awesome.
Send that energy out there.
Send that energy out there.
Send that energy out there.
It will never be okay in the world. Until it gets to that point.
And that's what fucking gets me, because I mean, as hard as I know it's not easy to come out, in America and in Canada right now. But I think about those places overseas, man, it's like...
Where it's a death penalty?
Oh my god!
But their death penalty isn't lethal injection.
No, you get a bag stoned. Or hung.
It's like, you're not just gonna die. A big thing is gonna hit you over the head, and you're gonna kind of bleed to death for the next few minutes.
Whatever happened to human rights? It's
That's
just
a
fucking
awful thing.
The world has never had never.
Patriarchal fucking societies suck. Way to fuck us up straight, dudes. Thanks. I'm just saying, it's a culture that puts rich men controlling every single country around the world, all with these twisted, miserable insecurities they inflict that are unique to their own specific cultures. It's so fucked up. And behind all of it is a religion about a man. All about men, and women are fucking nothing but roving succubus creatures that...
Baby makers.
You fuck them and you do what you want with them, and they're your slaves, and yes, you must submit to your husband, and you can...
So many religions put women like that. Because they were
it was created
so long ago.
Eve was weak! Say it! Say it, Carrie!
Eve was weak!